From the April 8, 1898 issue of the Newberry News. Firemen deserve credit. The Newberry Fire Company deserves considerable credit for the manner in which they handled the fires on Sunday and Monday nights. When a fire gains considerable headway in an old and dry wooden building, it is no child's play to subdue it, and in many cases an impossibility. Both Sunday and Monday nights the fire had gained considerable headway before a stream could be turned on the buildings, but in both cases the flames were subdued, although the buildings were practically ruined. Our volunteer fire department can hardly be expected to be as proficient as the paid organizations, which is constantly on duty, and while they may be open to criticism in some points, the News thinks they are deserving of no little credit for the manner in which they handled the fires. Settlers arriving. Between 40 and 50 colonists from Ohio and Indiana arrived in town last Tuesday and have been busily engaged since in looking over lands south of our village and selecting farms for themselves. They are sturdy, bright, and intelligent people and will prove a valuable acquisition to our population. Some of the gentlemen have brought their families with them and will settle down in our midst as soon as they can build houses for themselves. The others will return for their families as soon as they have selected the land on which they wish to locate. The News has conversed with several of the gentlemen, and they appear well pleased with the quality of soil and express the opinion that model farms can soon be created out of the land. During the coming summer, it is expected that several hundred families will be located on lands now belonging to the Palms estate. From April 13, 1923. New oil fields in Luce County. The accounts appearing in Lansing papers of a reported discovery of oil in Luce County has not caused any furor of excitement among local residents, and the whole affair is looked upon as more or less of a hoax. Ara Markkonen, a caretaker of herd of reindeer on the State Forest Reserve, claims to have discovered oil on the state lands some months ago and kept the matter secret until he could satisfy himself on the permanence of the pool. He journeyed to Lansing last week and was granted the first lease for drilling purposes by the state. Markkonen's appearance in Lansing and his visits to the office of the state geologist occasioned some surprise. Geologist Smith was inclined to consider Markkonen's alleged discovery skeptically, and his maps of the land formation show that section of Michigan entirely the reverse of the formation of the southern oil fields where gushers have free-flowing oil wells abound. The leases obtained by Markkonen are so drawn as to give the state an eighth of the earnings of any wells or wells with which the leasee may locate and operate. Title of the land remains with the state. Markkonen's secret is not secret at all. That there is an apparent oil seepage occurring in various places in the territory named has been known to local residents for years. His reported find is located along a small lake in the state reserve, where at intervals a noticeable oil film can be seen on the surface of the water near the shore. This condition is not permanent, existing only at intervals. From April 12, 1973. Annual Kids Tackle Party. All arrangements are complete for the 19th Annual Kids Tackle Party, which will be held at the Community Building on Saturday, April 14th, beginning at 5:30 p.m. This event, which is sponsored by the Tequamanon Sportsman's Club, is open to all boys in the community and surrounding areas. Any boy of any age is welcome. Parents or guardians are urged to accompany the boys if possible. A spaghetti and meatball supper in the dining room will be followed by a program in the auditorium consisting of a movie, Anyone Can Catch Fish, and a drawing for kids' prizes, at which time every boy present will receive some form of fishing tackle. The Newberry Bottling Company Squirt Team won the American League Bowling Championship Tuesday night, defeating the Barrett Company 6-2. Squirt was the first half winner, while Barrett's copped second half honors, setting up the championship roll-off. Bowling for Squirts are Ron Stevens, Sandy Benedict, Shiner Carlson, Bill Columbaugh, Joe Vilmer, and Charlie Bushard. The American League champions will now oppose the winners of the Wednesday and Friday night leagues for the association's all-city title. And that is Traveling Through Time from the Newberry News.